How can you create a state when you have villages effectively cut off from each other, being separated by settlements, walls and checkpoints?
It certainly suits Israeli purposes at the political level. There are those who would argue that it is to an Israeli government advantage to continue the conflict.
Peace was apparently impossible. Tipping back into open conflict would prove all too easy. In June 2014, 3 Israeli teenagers were kidnapped and murdered in the West Bank. A massive operation was launched to find those responsible. 350 Palestinians were arrested, including leading Hamas officials. Tensions rose quickly. A Palestinian youth was killed by a gang of Israeli nationalists. Rockets were fired from Gaza. Then, on the 8th of July, Israel began Operation Protective Edge. Once again, the Gaza Strip became a war zone.
It was actually, at this point, Hamas was very much trying to avoid a military confrontation with Israel, because after the 2 previous confrontations, it could not afford to go into another war with Israel.
What happened then was absolutely horrific in terms of the amount of force that was actually used.
They used their air power assets, their F-16s and their drones. And one of the most controversial ways in which the Israelis seek to counter terrorism is through the knock-on roof tactic. And this is where they send in a dud missile, which hits the top of the roof, doesn't really do any damage, but it's a warning. And it's a potent warning of an imminent threat, because within the next 15 minutes, that home is going to be destroyed.
International attempts to secure a ceasefire faltered. On the 17th of July 2014, a ground offensive was launched. By the end of the 7-week operation, 20,000 homes in Gaza had been destroyed.